Hey there, it's Hunted from Platinum Pursuit, and we are here with the beloved zombie thriller, The Last of Us Part 1 Remake. This guide is meant to take you all the way from 0 to the Platinum in as little amount of time as possible, while avoiding spoilers as much as we can. Before we dive in, if you like this type of content, please consider subscribing and sharing this video with your plat hunting friends. Now, before you load up the game for the first time, you must pick a difficulty setting. Everything you see done in this guide was done on the moderate difficulty, but ultimately it doesn't matter as there are no trophies associated with difficulty. There are many collectibles and missable trophies and items. However, the game does have a decent chapter select system to allow you to go back and clean up, not to mention New Game Plus. I highly recommend you finish the game fully before going back and collecting what you've missed, or just follow along with the guide and get everything done in one playthrough. There are a total of 97 artifacts, 60 optional conversations, 30 Firefly pendants, 13 shiv doors, 13 comics, 12 training manuals, 11 workbenches, 5 workbench tools, and 4 safes to collect. This includes both the main game and Left Behind DLC. Everything in this guide is in the order of which you will come across them in the game, but each and every one is timestamped for your convenience. You should be able to start a brand new game, follow along, and be rewarded with a platinum trophy for your trouble. With that said, let's jump into this fantastic experience. Alright, hello and welcome to The Last of Us Part 1. I hope you enjoyed that emotional opening if you've never played through that before. But here we are. We have a lot of collectibles to gather. The first one we're going to start with is an optional conversation, and it's actually going to take place right up here at this box. All you got to do is walk up to these people, press triangle when you get the prompt, and you will get the first optional conversation.
Eddie, you hear they took Marianne?
What happened?
All right, time for the first couple of artifacts of the game. We are actually going to get them from our backpack right here. So go ahead, just pick up the gun. You'll grab the backpack as well. I think you have to, I do think you have to reload before you can even open the backpack, so do that real fast. And then if you don't know, you can open your backpack
Boost me up.
using the touchpad. Just press into the touchpad. You'll open up your backpack, hit R1 to go over to your artifacts, and then you have to click into these two things. You don't have to interact with them or anything like that, but you do just need to click into them for them to count towards the trophy. All right, so just after, pretty much immediately after you get the backpack, you come up and out of the hole, walk over to Tess, just straight out through the building, walk over to her. You can see you get the optional dialogue, and there is your optional conversation number 2.
Well, I am the romantic type.
You got your ways.
All right, so now we put the ladder here, and we're going to grab our first Firefly pendant. So climb up the ladder, follow Tess for a brief moment. She's going to turn off to the left, and we're going to go straight through this door, and then it's on the ground. Now, with the Firefly pendants, they are pretty difficult to spot a lot of the times with how small they are. You have to be pretty close for the icon to pop up, but mainly just look for the flashing. You can see it flashing right now on your screen there. Look for the flashing. It'll help you to identify them for some of the later ones. All right, quickly onward. We drop down into this building, walk a little ways, and we come into our first contact with these spores. Now you're going to walk into this room. There's really not much to do here, so we're just going to continue forward.
Stay alert.
And then once we pass the body, we will unlock the next optional conversation.
Body's not that old.
Okay, now after you have your encounter with the 3 runners in this area, you can go this way through this doorway and walk all the way around, open a door, and there's actually 3 bullets in that little room there, so grab those before you head on. But we do need to go up the stairs to continue our way through this building. And what we're going to do is we're going to turn left right here, come up to this door, open this one, and now in the room on a table in here is our 3rd artifact. And we get some extra health as well. All right, now we just put this wooden plank back up here, so we're going to go ahead and cross over this. And then when we run down here, there's a little alleyway we'll run through. And then we will find the second Firefly pendant. Now, this one is a little difficult, and it's it kind of goes to show how difficult some of these pendants can be to find. So what we'll see here in a moment when we come through this little alleyway, if you look, there is a tree right here, and the pendant is actually hanging off the tree. I don't know if you can see it. If you look at it, right there is the pendant. Now, you can't just walk up and grab it. You do have to shoot it down. So just take aim, knock her down, and then, yeah, enjoy your second pendant. Okay, time to get 2 more artifacts. We just came out of this bus or whatever it is. Yeah, like a city bus. And now we're walking down this little alleyway. If you just walk straight, you do need to go to the right to continue on through that doorway. But if you go straight, right here on the corner next to, I guess, these little trash bags or whatever, is the first of the 2 artifacts we can get here. And, you know, obviously you can certainly take your time to read these, but just for the sake of the video, we'll walk over here to this bulletin board, and this will be our 5th artifact.
Factory.
Whoa, hold on.
Okay, here we are on the docks. It's been a little while since our last collectible, but there's normally a lot of enemies in this area. I already went through and cleared them all, so I would recommend you doing the same before you go after these artifacts. But there are 2 in this area, and the first one is right here. Oh, by the way, this is the wall where we jumped down and came in. So this is where you started, essentially, in this area. But yeah, directly to the right here is your first artifact that you're going to want to pick up. And then over this way, back towards this big ship, right behind those 2 blue bins, you can see it on the ground there, is the artifact number 9. Or sorry, artifact number 7, excuse me. Okay, here we are. We have met up with Marlene, and now we are in the 1 combat zone. We go through with her here. We've taken out most of the guards. I've left 1 guard remaining because we do have an optional conversation that's going to happen over at those bodies there of the fireflies. So it is a little bit of a timed thing, so I just wanted to leave this guard alive. You can see him coming up the stairs now. We'll wait for him to get all the way up. Then we'll take him out. But yeah, so one of the cool things about this game is that the checkpoints and things...
Damn it.
The checkpoints are pretty convenient for the most part. Like, you get a lot of checkpoints, more than it'll tell you. And I'll show you why that's convenient here. So we're going to follow Marlene over here. Talk to her about her friends. And this will be our optional conversation number 4. However, let's say that you were doing something else, or you didn't realize you had to run over here, or whatever, you forgot, and she has moved away from the bodies. Well, you can't do anything over here if she's not over here as well. So what you can do is you can come down here to restart checkpoint, reload, and you'll be right before she runs over. So now she'll run over, you can run right behind her, and still get this optional dialogue. So if you ever miss something similar to this, like the timing is off or something like that, try restarting the checkpoint before you freak out. Normally it'll help.
Goodbye, friend.
We should go, Marlene.
Okay, we finally met Ellie, and now this is post cutscene. We just literally came out of the cutscene, and we are going to grab the final collectible of this chapter. It's the Firefly pendant number 3. That's actually right here. If you walk up to this firefly slumped up against these boxes or whatever they are,
What happened?
you can find the Firefly pendant right next to him.
Something's gonna happen to us if we don't.
And like I say, that's it for chapter 1. I'll see you in chapter 2. All right, here we are in chapter number 2, and we're going to start things off pretty much immediately with an optional conversation. That's really not super optional. It counts as an optional conversation, but you do need to talk to Tess here to continue the story.
I think it's a bit strange that they're having us do their smuggling.
Now, before you continue on, actually turn around and go back through the door you came through for the cutscene, or from the cutscene. There is another artifact here. All right, once you start up the generator and you descend down through the elevator, you'll need to walk through that hole in the wall to the left. Before you do that, though, there is another artifact, artifact number 9, right here in the corner next to this boiler. All right, now after escaping from the guards and kind of getting back on your own, you're going to be here in this big downtown section. And first things first, what we want to do is just walk over to this bin, kind of straight ahead from the bridge that we just climbed up. Right around the outside here is another artifact. Okay, now we're here in front of the building. We're about to enter this building and go exploring. But before we do so, we have another Firefly pendant to grab, and this one's a little bit more obvious against the gray background. It's right here in this tree. Just gonna knock that down, and that is Firefly pendant number 4. All right, now right here, we just entered the building. There is a body with an optional conversation. Just go ahead and grab that real quick.
It's been ripped apart.
All right, next we're gonna go up these stairs to continue on, and there'll be another body. This time we can pick up the weapon and grab another artifact. All right, so after your first encounter in this building, you'll wind up here. You can push right through into this door. There's some supplies and things to grab, so make sure you explore pretty well. I mean, that's kind of good advice for every area in this game. But this is the first door that can be unlocked with a shiv. Now, these doors are fantastic and definitely a reason to save your shivs. I would 100% recommend using your shiv as little as possible, especially if you're playing on higher difficulties, just because you need one, or you at least need to be able to make one every time you find one of these doors. So, yeah, this is the first shiv door, I think is what a lot of people call them. And yeah, there's the reason why these doors are so good is you get upgrade materials like the supplements and these tools that we'll use to upgrade our weapons a little bit later on when we find our first workbench. All right, now after quite a little bit of some movement through that big building, we just exited from up here, and you can grab the Molotov cocktail for the first time. Right here from this enemy, so pick this up. But then once you do,
Firefly.
there is an artifact right up here on the stairs next to this Firefly
Someone alive to meet us at the
body.
drop-off.
We'll grab that. So real quick, I just wanted to show you the effectiveness of bricks against clickers. Because a lot of people don't really know this. You might go the whole game without realizing how strong a brick can be. So if you have a melee weapon, you can use the brick to stun a clicker, like so, and one-shot it, essentially. Now, you may make a little bit of noise. We, fortunately, didn't attract this other clicker, so this will give us an opportunity to find another brick. Now, the next trick with the brick that I want to show you will not work with a bottle. The bottle breaks a little bit too easily. I thought there was a brick over here. Hold on, give me a sec. I might speed up the footage while I search out a brick. So unfortunately, we drew the other clicker here that I wanted to do this on. But what you can also do with a brick, especially if you don't have a melee weapon. Now, this will only work on clickers who are not running after you. If they don't see you, like if they're just wandering around, or if they're like this one was standing over in that corner, if they don't see you, all you have to do is hold the brick and walk up and just punch them, like so. You'll have to hit them 2 or 3 times, but it will kill them. It'll kill even a clicker, and the brick will break, but you won't have to have a melee weapon, and you won't have to use a shiv. So if you're playing on higher difficulties, absolutely utilize the bricks to their fullest potential. Oh, here, this is actually good. This is actually perfect. We can brick this guy. I didn't even realize this guy was here. Like so. It'll break the brick, but that'll work even on a clicker. Okay, so all of the enemies have been cleared out. I went back to the start just to kind of show you this. You don't have to kill all of the enemies in this section, but it does make it easier to grab the artifacts, and you can practice, like, say, with the bricks and everything like that. But you're going to want to head into this room that's off to the left. Now, behind the counter, you will see we have a little drawer that we can open, get some ammo, but also pick up this artifact. Now, this artifact has a code on it, and we're going to use this code on the safe that is towards the ending. I'll cut to that real quick. Right, so here is the area that we have to go. We'll climb up that ladder to get out of here, but the safe is in this room back, sort of in the back right corner. It's behind the counter here. And all we need to do... Oh, we can open this as well. I don't think there's anything in there yet. But all we need to do is enter in the combination. It was what was it? 343.78, I think? Yeah, 343.78. Let's see if 78 works. It might not be 78. 343.78 input. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So that is the first safe, and these safes are great because, again, they have upgrade parts typically in them. So, and we'll be getting them. We'll be getting all the safes. That is part of the trophies. You'll have to unlock all the safes and all the shift doors as well. So we're going to be getting all of those throughout the playthrough here in the guide. All right, we're into the next section. We're heading towards the museum. But before we get there, we climb up over this big truck, and then we're going to just turn around real quick, and there's another artifact right on inside here. All right, so we've made it through. We're inside the building now, and we're coming up to our first workbench. So just head up the ramp. There's a little workbench right here. There's also some pills and stuff in this truck if you haven't grabbed those yet. But grab the workbench.
Let's do this. And
now the workbench is interesting because this is where we can upgrade all of our weapons, and it is definitely advisable to upgrade your weapons. Now I'm not going to exactly tell you what you should be doing here, but we do need to fully upgrade one of the weapons for a trophy. And I think the easiest and the definitely the most recommended one is this revolver. So we're going to click into the upgrades. You can only upgrade the reload speed and the fire rate, but you need pretty much the fewest number of tools, and the revolver is quite good. Once you upgrade it a little bit, you get faster reload speed and things. It just does a lot of damage. So yeah, I would recommend working on upgrading the revolver throughout the game. If there are other weapons that you want to use as well, be sure to do that. It depends on your playstyle, right? I like the bow. I like sneaking around. I like doing I like playing more stealth. Some people prefer harder hitting weapons like the long or the sniper rifle, things like that. So, yeah, but just make sure you save a decent number of things to upgrade your revolver, I think is going to be my recommendation to you. We can only upgrade it so far right now. But as we find more doors and we find safes and things like that, we'll get more and more and better tools to upgrade our weapons. All right, to progress to the next area, you're going to walk up this sort of caved-in floor and go up to the right here. However, if you turn and you go up left, you can start sort of shimmying across this ledge. And there is a Firefly pendant inside of this case here, which we want to grab. You can see it's sparkling. So we'll grab that. That is Firefly pendant number 5. And we'll continue on. All right. Now, once you get separated from Tess and Ellie, you're going to want to make your way quickly through this section. There are a number of clickers here, so just do your best to avoid them. You can fight them if you want, but make your way into this room, and there is a shiv door right here, which you can now open. And the clickers won't really bother you in this room, as far as I'm aware. I've never been bothered coming in here. Obviously, I would stay crouched and just try not to make too much noise. There is going to be a clicker right outside. But yeah, you can open this shiv door, grab your upgrade materials, and then you can either fight your way out of this room or sneak your way out. I normally opt to just sneak my way out, but there's only 3 clickers, so if you want to fight, go for it.
Oh, shit.
All right, after your fight here, you want to quickly make your way over to this. This is
Tess.
timed.
How are you holding up?
Just a bit winded.
So when Tess heads over to the
This way.
window, you want to make
This
sure
way,
you
this
walk
way.
over here and start this, and then this one will pop up.
How about you?
And
kid?
as long as you get both of
okay?
them, you will get to optional
I'm
conversation
okay.
7 and 8.
Are you still breathing?
Do small panic breaths count?
Okay, now out of the museum and heading towards the Capitol building, you'll be coming down these long set of steps. Make your way all the way to the bottom, and before you do the sort of puzzle or whatever in this room, turn around and grab this artifact from behind the stairs. All right, so we're wading through the water here, heading towards the Capitol building. That's where we gotta head to. Tess will take a right up here with Ellie, but we're gonna keep moving forward into this large gazebo-looking thing. And on the inside, there is the 6th Firefly pendant. All right, for the final couple of things in this chapter, we are here at in this sort of sunken train tunnel, right? We just swam through a couple of trains, and now Ellie is kind of stuck on this platform, and we have to get her to that side over there. Now, before we do that, there is an artifact to grab here. We'll grab this one sitting right next to this dead body. Takes his flashlight. We take the artifact.
Oh, look, it still works.
Eventually, there you go. Okay, so we grab this artifact. Now, there is a Firefly pendant as well on this
You're not gonna leave me,
side
right?
under here. What you can do is you can dive in, and there are actually a couple of things you can grab in here, but you want to go into this room to get the pendant. It's on this shelf right here. Grab that, and make sure, obviously, you get back to the surface before you drown. You kind of have to swim back out and up. But yeah, there are a few more things down here, and I think there's even something up here. Yeah, okay, there are pills right there as well. So just grab everything that you can, and you should be good to go. All right, welcome to chapter number 3. We are just outside of Bill's town here, getting ready to cross using this plank. But we do want to make sure you pick up this weapon. This will allow you to craft melee weapons. Or rather, add the upgrade that'll insta-kill any zombie with the melee. So make sure you pick that up. And as I mentioned in the intro, you need to craft each of the weapons and use them. Like you need to craft the upgrade for each weapon, each melee weapon, and use them. There are 5 in the game. Technically, this counts. We don't actually have to craft the pipe weapon now if we use it. There are some clickers up here, which I will, I'll make sure to let you know when I'm going to do that, and then yeah, we'll keep track of these as we go along in the guide. All right, so once you drop down here, if you use your vision, you can see there are actually 2 clickers sitting not too far away from one another. So what we're going to do, I actually have a brick on hand. So what I'm going to do real quick is we're going to use the brick. We're going to stun the first clicker in this room with the brick, and then hit him with, or actually we're just going to use the brick straight up on him. I don't think we're going to stun him. We're just going to hit him straight up. And then when the other one comes running, we'll just smash him with the melee weapon. And that will use the melee weapon upgrade while, clearing out these 2 clickers. So here we go. It didn't actually wake up. Most of the time it wakes up. That's pretty interesting that it didn't. So either way, I guess we'll come down here and give him the old what for. Like so. So there you go. That is the pipe used. I mean, you don't have to use it on this clicker. You can use it anywhere, but there are 2 other weapons that we're going to pick up and use in this chapter. So you might as well use it to clear out enemies when you have a chance. Okay, so from here, whether you took out the clickers or not, you definitely don't have to take them out in this area, but whether you took them out or not, you want to come into this house right up here. The door will be closed. I already opened it, but the door will be closed. You'll walk in here. There are obviously a lot of things to collect, so make sure that you're picking up what you can. However, if you come into this room, kind of behind the big desk right here, is artifact number 17. Okay, now not too long after you're going to make your jump down here, you have to actually push Ellie up over the fence there to get to the next section. But what we need to do first is make our way to this door. And this is the third shiv door, so make sure you have a shiv on hand. Pop that bad boy open and pick up your supplies. Alright, so once Ellie's opened the door here for you, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make your way over to this building here. Now there is like a little garden area over to the left, if you see back in there, with a good amount of supplies. So go over there real fast, go pick that stuff up. But we're going to make our way into this building here, and there will be an arcade cabinet inside. Right there, and what we're going to do is we're just going to wait for Ellie. She's going to run up to, well, we'll eventually run up to the arcade cabinet, and then we will talk to her and get another optional conversation.
Oh, look at that.
Would you play this before?
Nah.
All right, now a little ways down from that building that we were at, you'll see kind of this gate here, and this RV police car combo. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to climb up the police car onto the hood of the RV, and we'll grab the 8th Firefly pendant right here on the edge. Okay, now you may have seen this next artifact from the top of the RV, but if we go down
Yeah, it's Bill's
to this sign here,
Anybody else live in this town?
As far as I know, it's just him.
we'll grab this. Now this has a combination on it, so what I'm going to do, I might as well take you over to the safe now. You can open these safes without picking up the artifact, so you don't have to pick this up first. You can actually open the safe and then come down here. But, I mean, you're going to want to get both regardless, and if you want to feel more linear or more how it's meant to be, obviously you can pick up the artifact first. But anyway, so we're going to run back a little ways here to this mandatory evacuation notice sign. Now, directly left, right next to that pickup truck, you can see the safe. It's kind of hidden in plain sight a little bit. But, yeah, so from what we just picked up, the combination code is 517 21. There we go. And there is your second of 4 safes in the game. All right, next up, you're going to want to enter the Marquee Music Store from the front side of the shop here. Now, you can kind of look around. I don't remember there being too much in this building other than the artifact that we're here to grab. But, obviously you can be looting as you go. Yeah, I'm full on that stuff. Anyway, all right, so make your way back into this room. There's like a little guitar case on the sofa. And right here is artifact number 19. All right, a little bit further, and you'll come across the first trap of the area. Once that is dealt with, then we will turn the corner, and actually right up here is another shiv door to unlock. Again, make sure that you have shivs. I think there's enough to craft one in the town up to this point, so yeah, again, just make sure that you're saving your shivs, especially on higher difficulties for these doors. All right, now you've dropped down from that ladder. Make sure to crouch to avoid the trap.
Stay underneath it, okay? Just keep your head low.
And
All right.
if you don't have a brick, you should probably pick one up. We're going to need it real fast. Because there is there's some banging happening over by this door. You want to go ahead and check this building out. So
You're gonna go in there?
open it up.
You're gonna find my body when I die from a heart attack.
And what we need to do, you can just pull the brick out if you want. I mean, you could use your melee weapon. I just feel like bricks are a little bit more expendable. Makes it a little bit easier, and if you come in here, you will be able to take him out, like so.
That thing scared the shit out of me.
And then there is an artifact. Right, it's right here on the table, right underneath where it says Rachel. Grab the artifact. That is number 20. All right, now that we're back, or rather we're in Bill's hideout, there are a number of things to grab. First things first, turn around and grab Bill's map right here. He was looking at it during the cutscene. He leaves it on the table for us, so grab that. Then immediately turn all the way around and head back into this room where there will be a note on the table here. Okay, and after you've done that and you've looted all that you need to in here, you can continue walking. Head over to this chessboard to pop an optional conversation with Ellie. And then directly from there, you can see the artifact on the table. So grab this. This is it's not an artifact. It's actually the first training manual. You'll get an achievement for it as well. But this helps improve the durability of your blade, so that is quite nice. All right, so now as you're leaving the hideout with Bill, you're going to climb up these stairs. He's going to lead you this way. Turn to the right.
Yeah, he's one of a kind.
And you will find
Take a look
the
around up
artifact
here.
on the table here.
Go ahead, take whatever you want.
Thanks.
All right, as you continue to follow Bill out of the safe house, there is a baseball bat here, and we're going to swap our pipe for the baseball bat. And you can go ahead and craft the melee weapon onto this, as this is going to count for one of the 5 that we need. I'll go ahead and probably just cut to when I actually use it. There's a section up here that's useful, but I'm just going to cut to it real quick. All right, so here we are. We're getting ambushed by the infected. This is a good a time as any to use the bat, so might as well get a free kill on one of the clickers. And that will do it for us with the baseball bat. So yeah, I mean, again, you could use it anytime, but it's pretty useful here. Okay, and while you're here as well, there is one final thing we need to get in the safe house area. It's this Firefly pendant number 9. It's hanging from that light up there, so all you got to do is just go ahead and pop that down, and there you have it. All right, now once you're down in the cellar here, we are going to grab our first workshop tool. So instead of heading over to Bill on the table for now, we're going to just turn around the corner here, and there is a big toolbox and obviously a bunch of supplies and stuff, but this toolbox is what we care about right now. This is our first workbench tool. So yeah, picking these up is just going to make all of your weapons better, so make sure you grab this too. And then from there, we're going to grab the second workbench, which is right along here, just off to the left. You can run up to it and use it any time. I mean, you can explore around a little bit. I don't know how many more parts there are. I think I've grabbed a majority, if not all of them. So, yeah, just explore around as much as you like, and then you can come up here and use this, and you should be good to go.
Time to go to work.
All right, as we follow Bill up the stairs of the church, we're going to grab another melee weapon just to get it out of the way. It's this 2x4 here on the ground. Now, you find a lot of 2x4s around this game, so if you don't want to do it with this, you certainly don't have to, but just keep in mind that you do need to do it at some point. We're just going to go ahead and craft this onto it. And now we have another melee weapon, and yeah, I'll cut to some footage of me using that as well. All right, here at the top of the church, before we follow Bill out the window, we can head into his room over here.
That's not the confessional booth. That's my room.
All right, I'm not touching anything.
There's some stuff in here, but mainly what we want is this artifact, the 24th. Okay, here we are at the Clicker Graveyard. This is a pretty cool area to practice with your abilities, like pipe bombs, Molotovs, and things. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set something up a little bit crazy. I'm going to drop this pipe bomb. I'm going to come out here. I'm going to one-shot this, and then we're going to turn and GTFO. And now, if we're lucky, we may be able to burn a bunch of them all at one time. You kind of have to be careful because they will still come after you. But if you let them burn, they will eventually all burn themselves out, as you can see. So it's, I don't know, it's kind of a fun place to get used to using the different weapons and things like that. There are a couple more clickers down here, but we used the melee to our advantage, or we used the melee, the thing that we crafted, so that is in the books. We don't have to worry about that anymore. But yeah, we'll keep moving forward. All right, if you've made it out of the graveyard through the church and everything like that, we're in this sort of derelict neighborhood. We came from right there. Where it's sort of where I'm heading or facing, right through this gate. Essentially, you can kind of come up here, and I cleared out this little house area. So this red house has a decent bit of supplies in it, but what we care about most right now is this Firefly pendant on the floor next to the toilet here. All right, now once you get through the neighborhood section, you're going to kind of cross over these planks to this treehouse. You'll fall down and then come into this house here. Now you can explore this house for resources and things, but we are most interested in right now.
I think we're good.
For now. God damn those things. Nobody's bitten, right?
Nope.
Want to come up
I'm
here
good.
We're all fine. Let's just keep going.
into this little bedroom, and you can grab this note here on the I don't know what that is, the little platform thing. All right.
You got a second?
Now, immediately after you grab this, Ellie is going to walk into the room. All you have to do is turn around and start the conversation with her.
I just want to say I'm sorry about.
All right. If you've made it all the way through the school, you're kind of in this hallway. There were a number of encounters beforehand. Just so you're completely clear on where we are, this is kind of the classroom, and we make our way through here into this hallway. There's some zombies that come out, some runners that come out from down there. Once you clear them out, we are heading to a boss encounter, and I just would highly recommend that you have at least one, if not two or even three Molotovs on hand for the boss fight. Just makes it that much easier, so you're not having to stress too much about it.
That don't sound good.
All right, here we are, the first boss fight of the game. Definitely make good use of your Molotovs and your shotgun. This is by far the easiest way to kill this thing. You know, avoid what you can.
Ellie, just stay away from me.
Take out the zombies so you don't have to worry about them.
Gotta get up there. We can't climb these bleachers with all the infected around.
And yeah, just using the Molotovs, using the shotgun. Make sure you avoid his charge. Use the sprint liberally here. Don't let him get too close to you. But I mean, it's pretty easy. Once you, as long as you throw fire on him, you hit him with a shotgun a few times, he'll go down relatively quickly. And that, just so you know, that is essentially the bloater fight in general anywhere. Use Molotovs, use a shotgun, and you can take him down at least relatively easily.
Bloater. Okay.
All right, so we finally made it out of the high school. We're here in this garage with the truck that we're going to be using. But real quickly, before we do that, let's turn around, walk back through here, pass by
I'll give you a holler.
Frank's body there, head into the bedroom, and on the table there is an artifact, a note from Frank. We need this real quick before we do anything else. All right, once you've grabbed the note from Frank and have explored the house as thoroughly as you like, we've got 3 back-to-back-to-back things to do here. So first things first is we're going to walk up to Ellie and talk to her.
You gonna be okay with this?
And then we're going to talk to Frank immediately afterwards. We're going to hand him
Yeah,
this note.
I found this in there, and
Fucking idiot. You ready to go?
Then as you see, he kind of tossed the note on the other side. What we're going to do, all we have to do is walk around to the other side, grab the note, and we get a trophy for our trouble as well. But yeah, that is artifact number 27, and that is it for Chapter 3. All right, welcome to Chapter 4, probably the longest chapter in the whole game, and definitely one where the combat starts to ramp up. But first things first, our first artifact is actually right in our backpack, so you can just open that up. I don't know if you have to look at it to have credit for it, but I would just in case. All right, so after your first fight there, you come into this little garage area. It's pretty gnarly, but you do need to run over here and talk to Ellie real quick.
see, this could have been us.
Now, once you are finished talking to her, turn around, and there is another workbench tool right here. This is tool number 2. These workshop tools are super important to pick up. It's just, in general, you don't really have any opportunity other than the first time you see them to pick them up, so make sure you're grabbing them along the way. All right, now for our first artifact of the game, or rather of the chapter, it is this manifest right here, artifact number 29. Okay, and finally in this room, you come across your first smoke bomb. Now this is actually the last thing we can craft, so if you've crafted everything else, all you got to do is find enough explosives and enough sugar to craft a smoke bomb, and you will get the trophy for crafting one of every item. I will probably once I come across it, I think I'll cut that part in. All right, now once you walk up the stairs and you enter this hallway here, quickly turn right into this first room, and there's a training manual, the second training manual of the game, right here on this little bed. Gives you a bit better healing. All right, now from this room where you just found that training manual, you'll want to head out and head straight to this room before you go over to the left there. This room has, well, first off, this room has a workbench in it. So you can put that new tool to use, which is pretty great. Right, now once you're done upgrading your weapon, there is an artifact in this room. You'll probably see it on your way out, but it's right here. It's this map. This is the artifact number 30. All right, now once you drop down onto this highway, this sort of abandoned highway, you're going to head over to the bus. First things first. Also, make sure you check these corners. There are some good supplies like weapon stuff and some pills and things like that. But head over to this bus, and we're going to pick up our first comic, which is in this back corner. This will also pop a trophy for us.
I bet Elliot liked this.
All right, now time for another conversation up by this car where you see Ellie is standing. Walk up to her, and this is conversation 15.
Your fellow hunters do this?
Cute.
All right, so along the way, there are going to be a group of 3 hunters that come. You can either choose to let them pass, or you can take them out, however you decide to handle it. Once that is over, we are officially entering into Ellie's joke era. So there are a series of jokes she's going to tell from her book in pretty specific sections. right now, and unfortunately you can't really trigger it. You just kind of have to wait around in the section that she's going to tell the joke in. So this is the first section. This is joke number 1. I'll probably speed up the footage once. Yeah, I'll probably just speed up the footage so you can get an idea of how long you have to wait until she pulls out the book here.
Okay, we need to lighten the mood. Ready? It doesn't matter how much you push the envelope, it'll still be stationary.
And then you just got to
What is
reply.
that?
It's a joke book. No pun intended. Volume 2.
Okay, now that we're at the front gate here, one final conversation with Ellie.
Rations.
She's gonna just come over here. Just need to talk to her
Why
about
wouldn't they give them
this.
their food?
Sometimes they ran out.
Now, from this conversation, we have an artifact. Or you can even see parts over here. You're just gonna want to come over here and grab these, definitely. But there is another artifact right here in this little guard station looking thing. All right, we just made it through the gate. I actually took out a few guards in this little area before we went into the bookstore, just to make it a bit easier to explain this to you. But yeah, we're gonna grab an artifact real quick. It's right through this this sort of like metal checkpoint thing, and it's right here on this wall. We can grab this. Again, there are a few guards you'll probably want to take out. But just in general right now, you know, I prefer to play with a little bit more stealth type play style. I like to go for the sneak attacks and using the crossbow or the bow and everything. You know, you don't have to play that way. You can certainly play however you like, but I would just recommend getting used to the combat in this game, as this chapter in particular, there is quite a bit of it. And just as the game progresses, you're just going to have to get used to being able to fight enemies, whatever style you like to use. So, yeah, just keep that in mind moving forward. All right, now from this artifact, there is a Firefly pendant we're going to go pick up as well before we enter the bookstore. If you haven't gone inside yet, no, we don't want that back. If you haven't gone inside yet, and dispatched any of the enemies, just be careful. Sometimes there could be enemies lurking around here that you could be seeing, but most of the time you should be fine. So we're going to come back into this alleyway, and all the way in the back, behind this little shelf, is the Firefly pendant number 11.
Okay, it's time to lighten the mood.
All right, so here we are in the library. It is cleared, and this is a second joke
Bakers
spot.
trade bread recipes on
Make
a
sure you talk to
need-to-know
Ellie.
basis.
You have to kill all of the enemies in this area, by the way, for this to unlock. So clear out the bookstore or library, wherever we're at.
Because it's meteor.
And then eventually she'll start telling jokes. Okay, so like I said, the bookstore has been cleaned out of enemies. And now we're going to go ahead and pick up a couple of things here. First things first is the 33rd artifact. So I'm at the front of the store, if you couldn't tell. This is where you came in at. This is the main entranceway. So from here, hang a right, and it'll be right here on this bookshelf underneath the stairs. Okay, now from this artifact, we will run pretty much just dead straight over to this little room. You can even jump the window, and right in here is the 34th artifact. Now, from here, there is a staircase that's on fire back in this this little corner. You're going to want to head over to this staircase and climb your way up. The reason we're doing that is there's a shiv door right next to this little coffee shop. I can't remember if I grabbed everything here. Let me just check these real fast. Got to multitask. Okay, this is actually perfect. So we just grabbed a full sugar. And now we can make our first smoke bomb. And this should, I believe I've crafted everything else. This should give us our trophy. Okay, now actually time for the shiv door. So you grab that. And you can get the trophy here. And then the shiv door is quite literally right next to it, right here. And this shiv door also has an artifact in it as well. Artifact number 35 will be right in here, right on the counter. All right, so we're here in the next area. We just watched some hunters walk into that hotel there. From here, we're just going to quickly turn around back towards this sign right here on the wall, or this advertisement, and we'll get another conversation with Ellie.
That girl is so skinny. I thought you had plenty of food in your time.
Okay, let's see if I've timed this right. So you're in this this area where we just had that conversation with Ellie here, and if you wait around long enough, she will pull out her joke book and will begin telling her third set of jokes. Ellie, this is your cue. Ready? Oh, I mistimed it. All right, well, we'll speed up the footage then.
Ready for a joke?
All right, there we go. Honestly, that took considerably longer than I expected it to.
3.14% of sailors are pirates.
Okay, now once you recover from your side-splitting laughter at Ellie's jokes for the third time, we have another shiv door actually right after that last one. So from this kind of police car, you're just going to loop around, and there's a big door with a red X on it. Just need to shiv your way inside. And there is also another artifact in here as well.
Right.
Bingo.
Right here on the chair. All right, so you've gotten Ellie up on that plank in the middle of the river now, and you're inside of this cafe. There is one final artifact in this section before we enter the hotel, and it is on the second floor of this, of this cafe. So just take a swim on over to here. You can run up to the top. Now, the artifact should be all the way around and right here on the counter. All right, so now that you've entered the hotel, you're going to want to turn left here and come around this wall. And there's an optional conversation to have. Also sugar here if you didn't grab some before. But there's an optional conversation. As long as you went into that cafe we were just in, you can get this conversation here.
I really miss coffee.
All right, once you grab the ladder and you place it down here, you'll go ahead and climb up. And before you go to the next area, we have a couple of things that we need to do, and it's pretty important you do them in this specific order.
I'm on it.
So Ellie's going to climb up top here. And first things first, we are going to walk over to this ledge. And we're just going to shimmy across here. There's an artifact that will have the combination for the next safe on it. I want to make sure we grab this. Like so. Okay, and once you have the artifact, you'll just want to turn around and jump off the balcony here. Oh, I thought you could. Can you do it from here? Yeah, you can jump off the balcony that way. And now, can't remember if there's any supplies or anything back here. No, it doesn't look like it. So, now you just want to run around to the front side of this desk. Picking up stuff along the way, of course. Don't mind if I do. And then inside, there is this big safe. We'll go ahead and crack that open. Looks like I'm full on everything else. So yeah, let's crack this open. The combination, based on that document we just picked up, is 22. Go. 10. 56. 56. There we go. Right, so I forgot to mention that you get a training manual in there as well, the third training manual, the Shiv reinforcement. Now, we want to run all the way back to this ladder, and the reason that this order is so important is because this is another area where Ellie is going to tell some jokes. And for some reason, it can be super buggy if you don't do it properly. Hopefully we got it. It normally triggers when you're standing up here. Just wait around for a moment. I'll fast forward the video, assuming it works.
Okay, it's time to lighten the mood.
All right, there we go. This is the final set of jokes for this area, for this chapter, by the way, so you won't have to wait around anymore after this.
I missed.
Okay, so this section is pretty easy. The hunters are pretty easy to take care of, but unfortunately, there's just an annoying conversation that we have to grab. You're probably going to end up on a second floor or a floor above this floor that you start on. So you're going to want to make your way all the way back down to get this conversation. So you can only do this after having taken out all of the hunters in this area. So from the starting location, you'll run through this window here, head straight through this door into room 206, and you're going to make a left and a right out into this little like gazebo looking area. Then you're going to climb in the window on the left. From here, you can get on the bed and then up onto the cabinet. One more time up into this sort of really destroyed bathroom. And then there will be, Ellie will follow you eventually, but you'll come across this bathtub with a couple of bodies in it, and you have to wait for Ellie to wander her way over here. She'll get here eventually, and then yeah, she'll start a conversation about these bodies. Okay, we had to unstick Ellie a little bit, but now she should be good. Come on, I know you want to talk about him. There we go.
Creepy. Guess they took the easy way out, huh?
All right, welcome to one of the most legendary sections in this game. By far, I think the most memorable for me. If you have already turned the generator on and you've done everything, then you'll definitely know what I'm talking about. There's nothing to collect until you pretty much complete this section. We just need to grab the hotel card. So from here, just as like a focal point for this room, this is sort of where you come into this section at. You'll turn right, and then that's where the generator's at. You can just go ahead and run up the stairs. Once you get to the top of the stairs, kind of do a 180, and then across the way into this little monitor room. I don't know if there's any supplies in here or not. Can't remember. But here is the key card that you need to get out of the section. You're going to have to pick this up, I mean, no matter what, but it does count as an artifact. All right, now that you have cleared the basement, you've run up the stairs here, we can enter this little hallway. And then the, I think it's this door, right? Yeah, this door has a workbench. Workbench number 4. 4? Yeah, workbench number 4.
All right.
All right, after you have reunited with Ellie, you go ahead and want to climb up this ladder to get to the final section of the hotel. And first things first, we're going to go ahead and pick up our second comic. So you're going to want to walk through this door here, make a left, and then all the way around, and the comic... Oh, right, sorry, it's over here. Yeah, you have to shimmy across.
Wait there, okay?
And it's in
Sure,
this
girl.
little,
Not going in here.
in this little back section here. Right here on the table. Or on the, yeah, this table over here. That is comic number 2. All right, now, once you get to this broken staircase, you'll just want to jump down. Turn around.
Get back out. Find that bridge.
Tell me where to go.
And there is a women's restroom right here. I don't know if you can see that sign. It's pretty hard to see, but this is the women's restroom. It's the second bathroom. And then there is a Firefly pendant right here on the ground next to the toilet in the large stall. All right, now after you're out of the bathroom, you can head straight on through here. You'll want to turn right to continue on, but if you keep going straight, there's another training manual number 4. All right, once you enter this big dining room, there's a picture that Ellie walks over to over here, and this is the last conversation of the hotel section.
That's a backdrop. People would...
All right, now after you take out all of the hunters in this large area, you'll watch a cutscene, and then from there, you'll want to turn around and walk over to this hanging body here. Ellie should follow you, and you can start an optional conversation here. Ellie, yes? There we go.
Whoa, Nelly. Harsh punishment.
And then from here, there's one final, there's one artifact in this little section that we want to grab. So head towards this restaurant right here. I don't remember what it's called. This sandwich place, what is it? Don Fiocchi? You'll want to head into this restaurant, follow the blood trail, essentially back towards where the freezer area is. And in here, there is an artifact right here on the ground, and that'll be it for this little mini section here. All right, now that we're in the garage, you just got to move this thing over to here, and you can climb up into the next area and grab the next workbench number 5.
Time to go to work.
All right, now that we're in the bank area, the upstairs bank area, you take out the 2 hunters, and there is an artifact down this way in the office to the right side, sort of all the way down, right here on the ground. This is artifact number 41. All right, here we are in the next area. There's a good number of hunters here. I've cleaned them out already prior to this, but let's go ahead and grab an artifact. The first one in this little area is going to be in this building. This may be the first building you end up entering, just in general. Be careful, obviously, of traps in this area. They will one-shot kill you if you walk into them. But we're going to head up to the top of this building. And in here... Ooh, what was that? Did I miss? Oh, I'm full on most things now. In this building, back behind this desk, here on the ground is a note. All right, now from the note, we'll head down the stairs this way to sort of the other side of this building. And we'll turn right, and now there's a little, like, rations center right here. Ration depot. And inside this place is, right here on the counter, is artifact number 43. And finally, the last bit to get in this small section is another shiv door. Shiv door number 7. It's right back here in this ration center. Go ahead and pry this open real quick.
There you go.
And there you go. That's it for the financial district. Now, all we have is one final part of this chapter remaining, and we'll move on to chapter 5. Okay, now when you jump down here, there's 2 conversations that you can do with Ellie. You just have to be kind of careful in the way that you do them. If you walk this way too far, Ellie will kind of get stuck over there, and she won't move back over to where you need to be. So, first things first, just walk over to this sign here, the military prep school sign.
I stayed at a place like this.
And you'll get
Back
the
in
first
Boston,
conversation.
Military preparatory school.
Okay, and then from here, you want to pretty much directly turn around and climb over this wall. I'm sure you can run around if you want. I just prefer to climb over the wall, so there's no chance for Ellie to get stuck. I think she'll run around the wall, but if you're over here, yeah, she should turn the corner and come this way. If for some reason she does get stuck over there, you can just restart the checkpoint. But Yeah, she'll run up to this, and then this is
Bushes are
your
everywhere.
second conversation of this area.
I saw this right before the outbreak.
You did?
All right, now that we've met up with Henry and Sam, we can go ahead and grab this manual. It's on the counter that you pretty much spawn in right here. Make your way forward, and you'll come across these set of stairs. Just go ahead, wander down, and head to this room 201. It's obviously the first door that you see here. And this is a shiv door, so this is shiv door number 8.
There you go.
Cool.
Now in this shiv door is comic number 3. It's right back here in this bedroom on the table.
Ellie, found another one of them comics.
All right.
All right, once you've made it up on top of the building, cross over these planks, and you're first left into this bathroom area. There will be a Firefly pendant on the ground, or actually on the toilet right here. Now, Henry's going to open this door, and once he does, you'll just want to make your way straight back into this little conference room.
14. How old are you?
The same?
Oh, you're 14.
And here's the final artifact of Pittsburgh.
All right. I am.
All right, here we are. Final thing we need to do in Pittsburgh is take out this generator without being spotted. This is just a little bit annoying because the guys seem to be quite good at spotting you when you're using the bow. So I think the easiest way is you want this guard to be as far away from them as possible. Like that. And if they don't see that you've killed him, then you're good. And he should now. Okay, so now they'll get distracted again by another clicker who walks up. And then all we have to do is sneak over there. Obviously, word to the wise, if you haven't done this part, I would, as soon as you get that, move for cover back behind like the police car or something, because there will be a number of guys that come and spawn. But that doesn't really matter for this trophy, so there they go. We'll move up. And there you have it. All right, here we are in chapter number 5. We are going to kick things off with grabbing our 4th comic of the playthrough. We're going to jump right on this boat, and you can head right through this door here. And actually, we're going to get 2 different things in this boat. We're going to grab this comic.
First time on a boat.
And then turn right around and grab an artifact number 45.
Step at a time.
Then, straight away, we'll exit the little area we were in that boat. Then we're going to jump down in this hole. And right here on the ground is a Firefly pendant. All right, now once you enter the sewers, we'll go ahead and pick up another Firefly pendant. Unfortunately, you can't really move too quickly in this part for some reason. But look to the right here, and you can climb up into this hole. Crouch walk over this way, and the pendant will be chilling on the wall right here next to the waterfall. All right, once you get to the split, Henry and Sam will take the left. You go right. Ellie will open this door eventually for you. And then when you come into this room, obviously there's plenty of supplies and things. But what we're interested in is this artifact right here on the table. Right, so once you reach this puzzle room, first thing you'll want to do is jump in the water down to the left.
Y'all wait there.
And then head under the water right in front of this car and pick up another Firefly pendant. All right, now once you open the gate and you swim through it, you'll climb up this ladder right here. There's a ladder. You'll come up here, climb up this ladder, and then you'll open this door. There's a couple clickers in this room. You can either choose to sneak by them or take them out. I took them out just for the sake of the guide. And you'll want to make sure you make your way all the way back to this corner of the room where there is the artifact number 47. All right, now it's time to get one of the few trophies associated with doing something in the game. So what we're going to do, just so I can explain it real quick, we're going to take Ellie over to here. She's going to turn on this generator, and the generator activates this moving platform. We have to get on the moving platform before it starts moving and ride it all the way across. So you're just going to want to be a little quick. So you'll take Ellie over here, and as soon as you get control over Joel, after he places Ellie, you'll just want to turn, swim
That generator still got some juice.
over to here.
Feels nothing.
And like I say, just be a little quick with it. It activates relatively fast. But you have more than enough time. If for some reason you don't get to this platform in time, you can restart the checkpoint, and it will be right before Ellie is turning the generator on, and you'll have enough time to get up here. So once it comes to a stop, there you go. That's waterlogged. Right, now, as soon as you get off that platform, you'll want to head down this little hallway and enter the first door you see on your left. In here, there will be a box, and now you have your third workbench tool, and we will use this to get a trophy in just a minute.
Are we really going in there?
Okay, now after you go through those double doors, you'll come across this area. You can jump over this barricade here, and you can even see it on the shelf. Don't forget to pick up this gun. By the way, that shorty does come in handy pretty much immediately. But yeah, here is the next training manual, manual number 6. All right, now after your first real encounter of the area, you'll want to head over into this room up to the right before you keep going. In here, there's a few number of things. It's a pretty decent room. Specifically some ammo for your shorty and things like that. But then you also have this artifact right here, artifact number 48. Okay, now once you climb up to the top of the stairs, there will be some parts over here to the right. Grab those, then you have this little bookshelf, and right here is a door that you're going to want to make sure you enter. You can skip it kind of easily, so make sure that you don't do that. And there is an artifact. Oh, I'm misremembering. Is it up? I think it's up here. Or no, I think it's by this body. Yeah, right here on the ground. There you go. Okay, so here's our first, the first time we actually come across the machete in the game. And if you remember, we've been working on utilizing the different melee weapons and breaking, any upgrades that we might put on them. So since we are picking up the machete for the first time, and this, I promise, this will come in handy. Might as well make it now, and you can use it on upcoming enemies and things like that. But yeah, just use it a couple times where you can. There's no rush to doing it. But once that breaks, that will be the machete, and then we will have one final weapon, the axe, to do to get that trophy. All right, once you clear out this area with Sam, you're gonna want to head up to this this sort of like play area up here, as this will be the final artifact of the sewers section of this chapter. It's sitting right here on this shelf. Here we are in the suburbs now. We have, really, this area is not too crazy. We just have to grab a whole bunch of things here. And we're going to start by heading into this building. You can fully explore this building if you'd like. But I'll just show you where the artifact is up here. I believe it is in this room. Yes, right here on the shelf. Artifact number 51. Okay, back outside now. We are in another area where Ellie is going to tell us some jokes. Now this is a little complicated. There's 4 other conversations that you have to have in order for her to do that. So we're going to kind of walk through them one by one. First things first, there is this building here with the hole in the wall. You'll just want to run here. The gang will join you. And then there'll be a conversation that's
Plus
played.
5 when the cordyceps hit.
This is not an optional one, so it doesn't
me, it's
count
pretty
towards
hazy,
it,
but
but we have to do it for
I
Ellie's
remember
jokes.
living in a neighborhood just like this.
Then from here, you'll want to exit and walk towards this building with the writing on it and all the broken windows. Eventually, one of them will make a comment, and then this is an optional conversation.
On site.
So you do have to hit triangle.
Lots of friendly people lived here.
First few months after the outbreak, they had a lot of looting. Everyone got paranoid. You remember any of that, Joel?
There we
Everyone
go.
barricaded themselves in their homes.
All right, now from here, we'll just continue on down the street. And eventually we'll come across some wild dogs playing in the street here. Now you're going to want to scare them off. The easiest way to do that is just by firing at them. I mean, I personally don't want to hit them.
It's not like it is in the zone. These are wild.
But if you just shoot near them.
What is this?
Oh,
For that,
This is an ice
then
cream
we'll
truck.
trigger
Ice cream
this.
truck?
yeah. Henry told me
And
about
this is
these.
the other
They
optional
sell ice cream
conversation
out of the
here.
truck.
What? No way. Joel?
That's true. This thing would drive around and
Okay, now from here, we'll want to run all the way down to the end of the row of houses. When we turn the corner, there is a Firefly symbol that's on the wall. Now this, again, is not an optional conversation, so it doesn't count towards your total, but we do need to do it. This is the last one we need.
Fireflies were here.
yeah, by the looks of it.
And then once this conversation is over, Ellie will eventually whip out her joke book, and we'll have our
Hey, Henry.
fifth
Good.
joke
What about
conversation.
the others?
What do you mean?
Well, if we made it, there's a good chance someone else made it too, right?
Yeah, Sam. There's a good chance.
Okay. You guys
All
are
right,
killing
there
me
you
with
go.
talk.
And
It's
you actually
cookbook.
don't have to hit triangle
is
for
that?
this one. It will
Just
just
bear with
automatically
me.
play, which is interesting. I don't know why this one's different, but there you have it.
You want to hear a joke about pizza?
Okay, now after that conversation, you're going to want to make your way all the way back. Well, I mean, not all the way back, but you want to make your way to kind of the first row of houses. There's things to collect in each one of them, but we're just going to start with this blue one. And this one's the most obvious. It is the workbench. So we're going to grab this.
Spot.
And this is the first time we get a workbench with our tool level 3. So make sure you are finishing upgrading your revolver, and you'll get the trophy, the geared up trophy, which will pop for me here in just a moment. And then yeah, I mean, I normally just continue upgrading all of my weapons and things like that, but as long as you get one of them to max level, and this is the earliest time you can do that with this revolver, that'll be it. Okay, so from the workbench, you'll want to head over to the next house on the right, which is this red house. As soon as you head in, you'll head up the stairs and immediately hang a left into this room where you will get the next artifact number 52. Now, in the hallway of this room, or of this house, rather, there is this pool, this ceiling entryway.
You alright?
Yeah.
You'll pull it down,
Stone's falling apart.
Get me up there.
and then we'll boost Ellie up here, and she will retrieve the next training manual, manual number 7.
You find anything?
Here you go.
And there you have it. All right, from the red house, we go one house over again. This is the last house we'll be in this section. Now, this house has a lot of stuff for us to collect in it. There'll be a conversation by this dartboard that we can get, just so you know. But you can only activate it by going upstairs and then coming back down. So might as well clear the upstairs floor first, and then we'll come back down and get that conversation. So what you'll want to do is head up the stairs here. enter this room. Right here on the floor is the next artifact. Okay, from this room, obviously there is a safe here. We'll get to that in just a moment. But you'll go ahead and exit out of this, and then head into this room to the left of the stairs. And there will be comic number 5 sitting on the table.
Ellie,
Now from this comic, you'll want to turn around, head out the door, right up the stairs. And here will be the note for the safe. And once you're done grabbing things up here, you'll make your way back down. We'll head to that room with the safe in it. Around this corner and to the right. We'll enter that combination that we just got. 8, 21, 36. 8. Oops. 8. 21. 36. And this is the final save. All right, now once you clear that final safe, you can head downstairs over to where they're playing darts. You'll have to watch them for a moment.
Hey, Sam,
You can,
be careful.
you can kind of clear out the house while that's happening, if you haven't done so yet. Make sure you grab everything.
Your turn.
Okay. Let's throw it.
Yeah.
Boosh. I am a natural.
Luck.
No, it wasn't.
That was luck.
All right, get out of here. You're getting cocky. Here we go. Fuck.
Horrible.
All right. It's a tie.
No. You clearly got destroyed.
How did I clearly get destroyed? That's practically a tie.
Yeah, okay.
And after that, then you come over to these darts, you hit this, and this is the optional conversation. And now for the final collectible of the chapter. Once you're done clearing out the house, you'll just want to head around the corner to sort of to where that Firefly emblem was. Climb up on here, and there is a Firefly pendant dangling there. I don't know if you can see it too well, but right here, all you got to do, shoot it down like usual. And there you go, Firefly pendant number 17. All right, welcome to chapter 6. This chapter is the start of the fall or autumn, whatever. And the next 2 chapters are pretty straightforward. Pretty, I would say, less in the combat, more in the collecting. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to grab the comic number 6. So this is the path that you're going to be heading on, following the river. Once you get to here, turn to the right, and the comic is sitting right out in front of the car on the ground here. All right, now once you make it to the hydroelectric plant, you're going to want to just head up the stairs like normal. And before you start to solve the puzzle, try to enter this door. You'll realize it's a shiv door, and this is shiv door number 9.
All right.
Cool.
All right, now once you finish the bridge puzzle here, we have one of the most difficult and heartless achievements to grab in this game. All you got to do is make your way across.
Hey, be careful crossing that thing.
I will.
And once you do, Ellie will go for a high five.
Teamwork.
All you have to do is ignore.
Really? Just gonna leave me hanging? All right. I see how it is. It's just like 5. Just 5.
And there you go. You get left hanging. Now, if you really can't bear the guilt of leaving her hanging, you can just restart the checkpoint after you get the trophy.
Teamwork.
It'll take you right back here. And you give her a high five for her efforts. All right, so immediately after that, you'll come to the end of this bridge. All you really need to do is just hop down here. You can pick stuff up on your way, but you're going to want to cross over this log in front of you, like so. And here is an optional conversation.
Too small. Great.
All right, now once you make it to this large gate, before you interact with it, which will kind of start the next section, you want to head down to the left over to this building and pick up an artifact. Artifact number 55 You can see it right there on the wall. Now, once you meet once you meet Tommy and Maria,
Tommy, give me a hand with this.
Sorry, I'll be right back.
you'll have an optional conversation here with Ellie when she
Of course. He likes when you pet his ears.
approaches the horse.
I actually have.
And you
Where
can
have you
just
ridden a horse?
continue the
Winston,
conversation.
this
You can even pet the
soldier
horse
likes
as well.
He gave me lessons.
Should definitely do that.
Take him riding later.
That'd be awesome.
Right. Now, once you split with Tommy, you'll want to just talk to him to start this conversation. Now, this conversation is story related. You're going to have to talk to him here to continue, but it does count as an optional conversation.
Most of our stuff is long gone.
Now, as we're following Tommy across the bridge here, you can hang a right and head over to this female guard.
We're doing it. Give it up. You ain't saving that turbine.
Oh, I'll get it.
Eventually.
You're new around here.
There we go. And now you can get the conversation.
Brother.
Next up, you'll come across the best little boy in the game in Buckley. All you got to do is give him a pet for a trophy.
That's Buckley. Not much of a guard dog. But he's good to have around.
That's a good boy.
All right, now once you enter this room after petting Buckley, you'll be able to head over to the left. And in this side of the room, there are two things. First off is this training manual for approved smoke screens. Then once you grab that, you can quickly turn around and grab this workbench. Now, this workbench will become inaccessible very soon, so make sure you use it now in case, just to keep your weapons up to date. All right, now from the workbench, you'll want to just exit out of the room, head down these stairs.
Lower it. Slowly.
And then to the right, there'll be a little generator-type room. And in here, there is a Firefly pendant right here on the ground.
Tommy's here. Good go. 1 second.
All right, now once you clear out the first wave of enemies, you'll come back to this building. Make sure that you grab the final artifact of the chapter right here on the table. It's pretty hard to miss, but just make sure you grab it. Okay, now right outside the room that you grabbed that final artifact will be the first time you can pick up the axe. And if you've been keeping up, this is the final weapon that we need to craft the upgrade for, which we'll just do right now. And we just need to use it. I'm not really going to use it in this chapter just because the enemies aren't great for this. But whenever I do use it, it'll probably be in the next chapter. Then I will insert that footage and we'll get the trophy then. Right, now once you arrive here at this house, you'll want to head to the right into this living room.
Ellie?
And then
Ellie?
all the way back, besides these double doors, is a Firefly pendant, number 19.
I'll keep an eye out. Reckon you guys need to have a chat.
Okay, and for the final collectible of the chapter, you'll head up the stairs, turn left into this room, and the comic number 7 is right here on the shelf. Welcome to Chapter 7. We are here at the university, and before we do anything, we are going to want to make sure we turn around and head back this way where you came from, as there is a comic number 8 to grab sitting here inside this car, so you can dismount. And the nice part about this too, by the way, if you wanna move around,
name is Callus, anyways.
Ellie will follow you with the horse for the most part.
Callus.
Ellie.
All right, before long, you'll end up sort of at this main gate that you have to jump over with the horse. Before you do that, though, head over to the right, and there's this little garage. You can jump out.
I'll be right back.
And then inside the garage, first things first, is the workbench number 8.
This is a good spot.
All right, now from the workbench, we're going to turn around and we're going to head this way. I forgot to mention this when we were coming in, by the way, but sitting right here is a flamethrower right up against this this forklift. So make sure you grab that. You're definitely going to want that for later. And then come back through this door, and there's a bit of a stairway up here to sort of like a lookout tower type deal. Or not a lookout tower, but like an observation area. And you can pick up artifact number 57.
There was a lookout here.
That's a good sign.
Okay, now after you get the artifact, head back to the horse, and we'll go ahead and jump over this barrier. And before we get too far, you can look right up here at this banner and get an optional conversation.
That's a giant ram.
All right, now from here, we'll go straight on up these stairs.
Ooh, it's getting chilly.
And we're going to turn right. And hanging in this tree is another Firefly pennant. I'm sure you can see that. So just come over here. Grab your weapon of choice. Knock that down, and there you go, number 20. All right, so you're going to enter an area with some enemies up ahead. You don't have to take them out just yet, because first things first, we're just going to grab this this artifact number 58 here from the wall.
This thing.
All right, once you make your way through that gate and then down the stairs, these are sort of the stairs that lead to the main campus. There's going to be another little thing to jump over. Before you do that, there's a broken window up here, and you can jump up into this area, and there will be a Firefly pendant right here on the table. All right, so now once you get into the main campus, you'll come across a nice little friendly group of monkeys. So I don't know how friendly they are, but they'll run off when you approach. But you do want to first take a right, and there is this ding hall sign here that you can see. You'll want to head this way, and you can see there are a couple of windows up there to get into. The easiest way to get into the building, in my opinion, is to just head over here, jump up on this blue dumpster, and jump up here. But you can also get in via a couple of downstairs windows and just run up the stairs, whatever you like to do. But then in this room, there's a number of different supplies. You're definitely gonna want to hit up this room. But most importantly, there is this training manual number 9. All right, so now as you're entering the main hall, you'll want to come down, and when you head down the stairs, if you look to the building straight ahead, there's a Firefly symbol right there on the wall.
Look. Fireflies.
And you can use that for an optional conversation.
Sign of fireflies.
All right, now here we are about to head into this building to continue. We have to get through this gate, get over to that generator to open the gate. So we're going to crouch underneath this.
Watch yourself.
Me too.
And when we're in here, first things first is we're going to grab this artifact right here on the counter. All right, now we've made it to the stairwell. We're going to head up the stairs. And there is a room up here. This is 200A. And you're going to want to search these rooms, by the way. I'm just, trying to make sure that you go directly to where you need to go. 200B, in the corner of the room. Right, so in the corner of the room, you'll open this up. And there is the artifact number 60. All right, so here we are in probably the biggest encounter of this chapter. So there's a bloater right over there. We actually do need to kill him. You can only get a Firefly pendant off of him if he's dead. But I just wanted to take a moment. I've left 2 clickers alive. Because I want to use both of my axe upgrade slots. You'll one-shot kill them, So what I'm going to do is, and I'm just, I have the flamethrower. Actually, we can reload this. I have the flamethrower and the shotgun. Obviously, I've got some Molotovs for the big guy as well. So what I'm going to do, just to try to make this as simple as possible, is I'm going to come up here to this clicker. We're just going to smash him. Now, that's going to aggro the two others. And we should be able to kill this one and get the trophy before the bloater. And now I'll go ahead and cut the video footage to the bloater being dead. All right, and down he goes. Bloater is dead. And we got the trophy for using all of the melee, as I said. So we'll walk over to him, and there's the Firefly pendant. That is number 22. All right, now that we're out of the infected area and we're back upstairs, we're going to want to just swing over, when you come out this door, rather, you want to just swing over to room 205B, as there's going to be an artifact right here on this mini fridge. All right, so you're going to enter this area right next to the science building, and all of these tents have good stuff in them, so definitely grab everything that you need from the tents. But the final collectible in this section is another Firefly pendant.
Yeah.
And it's right here in this sort of almost the final tent.
Why not?
I had Sarah when I was pretty young.
Right there.
Were you married?
For a while.
What happened?
All right, now that we've entered the science building proper, you're going to want to head to the left. Right through this door, as there is a workbench to the right in here.
I guess this is as good a spot as any.
All right, now once you come to this little juncture, you can head to the right to continue, or you can go straight to explore just a little bit more. We want to go straight. And then to the right up here is shiv door number 10.
Cool.
All right, now within this shiv door, there are a couple of different things we want to grab. So first things first, we'll grab this training manual. This is training manual number 10. And the workbench tool directly behind us, it is workbench tool number 4. All right, now once you make it over to the bottom of these stairs with Ellie, you can walk over to this clipboard and get optional conversation number 38. All right, now once you make it to the top of the stairs up here, you're going to want to cut left through this double door. And then immediately turn left in here. And there should be an artifact on the counter. There it is. All right, now once you make your way through this area and you finish exploring everything that you want to, grabbing all the stuff, you're going to head through this kind of like tent-looking thing. And then swing to the left. And there should be another artifact right here on the counter for you. Okay, now once you enter this big room, there is another artifact up towards the front here, right on this table, kind of sort of near the the whiteboard. Okay, then from the artifact here, just turn left, head into this little corner area, and right here on the counter is the 24th Firefly pendant. Okay, so now after the cutscene, the final artifact of the area is going to be in your backpack, and it's another recorder, so if you want to listen to it, you can listen to it right now.
You're looking for the Fireflies. They've all left.
All right, welcome to chapter number 8. First things first, before you get started playing as Ellie, you have a whole bunch of artifacts here in your backpack. You can go down and inspect all of them just to make sure that they get added to the trophy list, and you know, some of them are worth reading, things like that, so I would definitely take a look at them all. All right. Now, as you're chasing the deer through the forest, you'll come across this old building. This is an office, a foreman office. You'll just want to hang a left here. And in this room, there is a drawer. Open the drawer. And you will find the 9th comic.
Awesome.
All right. Now, once you find your way up to here, there was quite a bit that's gone on since the last collectible. But once you find your way up to here, you're going to come across this clicker who comes out of a room up there. You can approach very slowly. Take it out.
What's going on up there? Everything all right?
Yeah, it's okay.
And you'll want to just round this corner, pretty much the room where the clicker came from. Grab whatever supplies you may need, and the Firefly pendant is right here on the little crate. All right, now once you make it into this final room of the section, there's going to be a couple of bodies up here.
Jeez.
You can just grab an optional conversation
Someone already
by
bought those things and lost.
clicking on them there.
I've been looking for these boys.
All right, now once you make it into this cabin, after, through the whole horse section, you'll want to exit out of the right front window here up to this gazebo area. And here is a Firefly pendant, number 26. Right, now, eventually you'll make your way around a bit of a snowy cliff, and you're going to find yourself at this pipe. All you need to do is enter through it, and then immediately turn left. Head up these stairs. And on this bench, there is the comic number 10.
Awesome.
All right, now eventually you'll get back to Joel here as you're entering the cabin resort sort of area, or the Lakeside resort area. When you do that, you will have this lake resort map in your inventory, so make sure you take a look at that. All right, eventually you'll come across this motel here. There's sort of the gas station. You spawn back that way. The gas station's here. The motel's here. You'll want to come back into this alleyway. You can also explore the motel as well, but you want to come back into this alleyway and then back through this area, and this is Shiv door number 11. And inside of Shiv door number 11, you will find training manual number 11. And now, once you enter the room where Ellie's backpack is and all of the, the clothes and shoes and things, all you need to do is turn around, and there is the final artifact of the level. Well, actually, final collectible of the chapter as a whole. All right, welcome to the spring. Things are going to start moving pretty fast. The end of the game is very near.
Sit on my porch.
First things first, though, you want to stick close to Ellie while you're walking with her right here.
I'm going to teach you how to play guitar. I reckon you'd really like that. What do you say, huh? Ellie,
so you can get that. There you go.
Huh? Oh, yeah, sure. That sounds great.
All right. Next, from there, you'll want to head on over to this RV. Head on inside and, obviously pick up everything that you can. But there you go. There is artifact number 76. All right, now once you exit the RV, you'll head over to Ellie standing in front of this sort of bus with the airline advertisement, and she will start a conversation.
Oh, yeah?
Number 41.
Yeah.
Go on, tell me about it.
All right, while you keep making your way down the ramp, you'll pass this bus. You'll kind of want to circle around to the left behind this rusted truck, and there's a Firefly pendant number 27 on the ground. Now, once you're inside the bus station, head down these stairs to the left, and you will find in this dilapidated luggage another artifact. From here, you can just turn straight around. Ellie's sitting on this bench, so you walk up to her and have another conversation.
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right, as you continue to follow Ellie, you'll come across one of the weirdest parts of this game, a herd of giraffes.
Don't scare it.
I won't.
You'll need to come up and pet this big boy.
It's all right. Come here. Hey, fella.
Now, once you make your way all the way to the top of the building, and again, you see the herd of giraffes out in front, Ellie will be leaning on this ledge. All you got to do is just walk around to the other side and hit triangle. That's another optional conversation.
So,
all right, now once you enter or re-enter the bus station, you'll want to head through this exit door and then around the corner to the right into the men's room. And in here will be the comic number 11 right here on the floor.
here's another one.
Okay, now once you've exited the bus depot, you'll kind of come around this area. There's a big Fedra tank and this Fedra tent over here. You'll want to enter the tent. It's a triage tent, and you can see straight ahead of us is the workbench tool number 5, the final workbench tool. You'll get a trophy for it as well. All right, once you've grabbed that, you can exit this tent, head to the left around this other tent, and up on top of this broken, I don't know, this light pole, you can see a dangling Firefly pendant. Shoot that down. And there you go. That is pendant number 28. All right, and from here, just swing back around, head over towards this triage tent. As inside, you will find workbench number 10, but you also grab this artifact number 78. I'll grab that, and then we'll hit up the workbench. The other thing is, too, don't forget to grab your supplies right here. There's a good number of stuff. Just before you hit the workbench, so you're not having to do it a couple of times. But there you go, workbench 10. Okay, and for the final collectible for this little area, you'll want to approach this bus. This is the bus to exit the area. And Ellie...
Hey, Joel, I got something for you.
Will stop you. All you have to do is turn around.
Here.
This counts as an optional conversation, number 45.
I stole it. I hope you don't mind.
And when she hands this to you, this is artifact number 79. Okay, once you pass through the bus, you'll start to make your way down into the tunnel. Before you get too far, though, you'll want to pass this bus and then turn around the corner, as there will be a Firefly pendant number 29 on the ground right here. All right, so now we are here sort of towards the end of this large infected section. As you can see, there's a truck right here. I think it's R&B Express, something of that nature. It's before pretty much the final area. There's a bunch of clickers, a couple of bloaters. What you'll want to do is you'll want to mantle up onto this truck. Mantle up onto the truck, and you can get yourself the final training manual. All right. Eventually, you'll get to the point where you'll have climbed up and onto a fire truck, drop the ladder down for Ellie, and once you do that, you'll want to hop onto these vents, and all the way at the end will be the comic number 12, final or penultimate comic, rather.
There's that comic of hers.
All right, now once you've made it to this gate, Ellie will have jumped over and unlocked it for you. You can enter, head up this way, and we will come to our final workbench of the game. You should get a trophy for this as well. There you go.
Time to go to work.
Now, from this workbench, you'll actually have a shiv door next, so you may want to do the shiv door before the workbench. Either way, you can always come back to the workbench. But you'll just want to head out through the doorway, immediately turn to the right up here. And this is shiv door number 12. One more after this one. All right, here we are in really what is I consider the final chapter, at least the final chapter with any real amount of gameplay. So we just kind of escaped through the room. We closed one of the doors and barred it with a chair, and now we're up here. There are a few things we want to pick up. First things first, this is the first artifact number 80.
April 28th.
Okay, from this artifact, we're going to turn to the right and head into this room here, as there's another artifact right there on the table.
It's 5:30 p.m. on April 28th.
Now, from this artifact, we're going to turn around and go pretty much back to where we saw the other artifact at, but pass it by, and this is the final shiv door right here. And then, of course, on the table as well is Firefly Pendant number 30, the last Firefly Pendant in the game. All right, into the next room now, and you can enter this green Fedra tent. In here, there is an artifact sitting right on the counter across the way. All right, now once you made your way down into the Pediatric Center, we have the final artifact of the base game. And before you make your way down the hallway, turn to the right, enter this room, and you can grab this last recorder right here on the table for the base game. All right, here we are in the final chapter of the base game. We're going to grab the last comic, the final collectible in the base game. You'll be playing as Ellie. You want to enter into this little sort of open area. And before you follow Joel up towards the center, just head over to the right. And there is this rusted out truck with the last comic sitting on the front there. And with that, that is the base game. I will see you all in the Left Behind DLC. All right, here we are in the expansion, the DLC for The Last of Us Left Behind. We have just a few things to do here to finish cleaning up the trophies and get that platinum. First things first is you're going to enter Weston's pharmacy here, and you can certainly explore around, but there is an artifact you'll need for the story progression, but just in general. So first, you can try going through this door.
Oh, come on.
You'll find that it's locked, and that there is a
first aid kit. How the fuck do I get
on the ground inside. And then you'll want to turn right around. And here is the first artifact of Left Behind, artifact number 84.
The pharmacist.
All right, now once you're inside the toy store, you need to head towards the back corner of this store, right around here, with a bunch of the growing cordyceps and things. Oh, not right here, around the other corner. And in this corner is the doctor, the pharmacist. You'll come up to him, and you'll search him.
Come to life. Nothing. Where is it?
You'll grab the key from him.
Okay.
And then you'll also grab this as it falls out of his pocket.
Right.
And this is artifact number 85 and 86.
Pharmacy. Let's do it.
All right, now as you continue your way to that downed military helicopter, you're going to come across this nail salon, and we have another artifact right here on the ground to the left. Make sure to grab that before you pick up whatever's inside the med kit in front of you. Okay, now into the next subsection of the chapter here. We are entering this apartment sort of off to the, I don't know, kind of with this kitchen bar looking area. You can run forward instead of following, and you'll be able to find the first artifact of this section. All right, eventually you'll come across a room with this, with the Firefly symbol on the wall.
Found the light
All you
yet?
got to do is click on it.
Oh, har, har. Oh.
All right, eventually you'll make your way inside of this broken down mall, and the escalator, you can head down. Before you keep moving forward, turn the corner and make your way back to this poster. It looks like a beach. And there's another optional conversation you can have over here.
You still saving up for that vacation?
All right, and then from this interaction, you can head back towards that escalator, kind of around the edge here. Keep running forward, and there will be some water guns right here. You can start another conversation.
Are water guns? Bullshit.
All right, so here we are. You're going to head down another escalator towards this tent.
You heard?
Riley's going to mention Winston, and you
know how
need to
it
stay
happened?
close enough to her to activate the conversation.
They said he just fell off his horse.
Then from here, you'll want to just go ahead and enter the tent, pretty much follow Riley into the tent, and there will be a conversation starter right here. All right, and then after that conversation, you'll walk straight on into this with the saddle.
What happened to Princess?
All right, once you're inside the Halloween store, you'll have put on the wolf mask with Riley. There's a couple of things to do. First things first, we can head over to this shelf back here with the fake eyeballs on it.
People bought this stuff?
All right, from there, then you can pretty much go straight around the corner, head over towards this mask. Eventually,
Cauldron of Shadows, True Horror Tales, Fearful Fables.
Eventually, Riley will head over in your direction. And once she makes it here, you can start a conversation about the Dracula mask.
What? Vampires are like a thing.
I am Count Dracula.
Make sure you interact with her here.
Actually, Countess.
All right, once that's done, you can turn around and kind of go between these shelves.
True Horror Tales.
And there will be like a goblin or I guess it's a witch mask. And once you put this on, Riley will approach you. And you just need to advance the conversation.
Ah, the ruby slippers! What have you done with them?
All right, and once that's done, you can head right around the shelf. Don't go through the door quite yet, but head around the shelf, put on this bird mask, and wait for Riley to approach, and you'll have another optional conversation. And then from here, you can pretty much just go straight on to the skull. Now, the skull is interesting. It's essentially like a magic 8-ball.
Still a seer, a question, and shapes for your fortune.
But this is an optional conversation that you're going to have to do many, many times. It has like 10 dialogue options, or not options, but 10 dialogue things associated with it. So once you, I'll show you here once they move on here.
Ah, whew, we're relief.
So you're going to keep getting the prompt to press triangle. You want to just keep doing it over and over until you run out of...
Video game.
Until it doesn't give you the prompt anymore, essentially.
Your chances are dismal. Fuck you, Skull. Will I drive a car again? I feel it in my bones. All right. Are we ever leaving the stupid quarantine zone? The answer is in limbo. So there's a chance. Am I ever getting boobs or what? spirits or quiet? Ugh, of course they are. Are you about face? I am dead certain it is true. Ugh, that's not what it says. Will we ever get our water guns back? The spirit nods yes. Ah, you hear that? We're getting our water guns back. Let them go, Ellie. Let them go. Will Riley ever stop sucking at poker? I can hear you, you know.
The signs aren't clear. Up! There's still hope for you.
No, I've given up on that. You can have poker.
All right, so we're into, we're out of the Halloween store, and to get the next optional dialogue, you have to beat Riley in this brick throwing game. It's not that hard. She's quite slow. All you have to do is make sure that you're pretty accurate with your bricks, and there's a ton of them scattered around. Don't forget, there are more windows on the other side of the car, so you'll want to break the front window, and then there's 2 additional windows.
Fuck yeah.
Grab. Hit that one. And grab one more brick for your final window break. Like so. You'll get a trophy as well.
My car had tougher windows.
And then you can ask her any question you like. And the questions don't matter. I mean, whatever you want to know, you can ask her whatever. And that is optional conversation number 57. All right, so now we're following Riley to the last destination of this mini chapter. And on our way there will be this open sort of area. And there will be an artifact, the final artifact of this chapter. You can open this as well, but the final artifact is right here on the back counter. All right, so now we're back in the present day, and before we make our way up to that helicopter, turn to the right and enter this little checkpoint sort of area, whatever it is. Head over along this way, and on the ground right here will be artifact number 90. All right, now as you're on your quest to turn on the generator, you're going to enter this really large room. Has a couple of 18-wheelers in it. And the generator sitting right here. Before you try to activate the generator, just grab the artifact sitting up to the left of it. All right, once you finally make it through the gate, you'll come up to this escalator. Just make your way up to the top, and then hang a left here and head into this tent, and you'll get another artifact. Now, I do want to mention, before we move on, artifact number 93 is obtained during the cutscene when you get into the helicopter. It will be in your backpack the next time you come back to this section. So I'm just going to kind of include it here. You don't have to look at it in your inventory. It will automatically count. I'm just going to mention it here. You're getting 92, and you will get 93 once you hit that cutscene. All right, so now that we're back in the past yet again, you're going to head over to this carousel, and you'll just want to hop on one of these horses. This will start an optional conversation, and you will get artifact number 94 at the end of this. I'll just cut to that real quick. All right, now once you have the book,
you ready?
This is the last joke conversation that you're going to have. You're going to have to tell a lot of jokes. There's like 10 or 15 jokes. And you want to make sure you go through all of them for it to count. So every time it preps you for a joke, make sure you hit triangle to give a
in the
joke.
morning is really hard to beat. That's funny. That is funny. I like that. I'm reading a book on anti-gravity, and it's impossible to put down. Nice. Yes, that was awesome. It's not that the guy didn't know how to juggle. He just didn't have the balls to do it. Oh. I'm glad I know sign language. It's become quite handy. That's silly. That's really silly. I forgot how to throw a boomerang, but it came back. Yeah. When a clock is hungry, it goes back 4 seconds. Oh, I get it. It goes back 4 seconds. Yeah. I once heard a joke about amnesia, but I forget how it goes. Good one. When the power went out of the school, the children were delighted. Okay. Those fish were shy. They were obviously coy. Oh, that's cute. That was cute. Those 2 men drinking battery acid will soon be charged. Ugh, this is dark. This is kind of dark. What is a pirate's favorite letter? Oh, I know this one. Nah, 'tis the sea. Oh, 'tis the sea, 'cause the water, the ocean. That's the best one. Yes, awesome. I'm inclined to be laid back. That's true. I actually feel like that's the whole joke. This whole joke. It's called reclining. Inclined. Newspaper headline reads, cartoonist found dead at home. Details are sketchy. Yes, that's cute. Oh man, I love this book. The magician got frustrated and pulled his hair out. Oh, okay. Like a rabbit. Yeah, lame. The frustrated cannibal threw up his hands.
Oh, I get it. His hands. And then threw it up.
That's so gross. A criminal's best asset is his lie ability.
Oh, well, no.
I didn't have the faintest idea as to why I passed out. I heard about the guy who got hit in the head with canned soda. He's lucky it was a soft drink. Silly. Yeah. There was once a cross-eyed teacher who had issues controlling his pupils.
Oh,
that's diarrhea is hereditary. It runs in your genes. Oh, that's gross. But awesome. All right, I'm putting this away. Hey, thanks for getting me this.
You're welcome.
All right, now we're heading to the final optional conversation. It's inside this photo booth. You'll want to just kind of go through the little mini game that you get.
Ellie, come on.
And once
You broke my
things
camera.
are
I want
done,
new pictures of us.
then you should have the trophy.
You just follow the instructions.
Attention. The 6 a.m. shift starts in 10 minutes.
All right, now from the photo booth, you'll want to enter this burger stand.
Escalator's working. Come here.
Fast burger before you head over to the escalator. I
should go
think you can jump here, yeah.
See what's up over
So
there.
jump over the counter, grab this artifact. This is 95. There are 2 remaining. All right, now once you enter into the arcade here, you'll want to head to the back left. There's a Jack X machine. Doesn't work, so you're not going to get to play, unfortunately. But if you interact with it, let Ellie sort of pretend, and you'll get a trophy for your trouble.
All right, these are my guns. Let's go for a drive. Oh shit, it's a tight turn! Oh my god, they're coming right at me! Ellie crosses the finish line. Man, shooting race cars? That game is stupid.
All right, then from here you'll go and play the turning. Again, doesn't work, but you'll kind of I don't know. It's a little interesting. The key here is that you have to hit all of the inputs perfectly, so you don't want to miss any inputs. I'll probably just play through it just to kind of show you what I mean. If for some reason you do end up missing an input or you hit the wrong button, just hit restart checkpoint quickly, and you'll go back before you missed it, and if you continue on, just as long as you end the game without losing any health, you'll get the trophy.
No, don't tell me it's busted. Bring it.
Round 1. Fight.
Round 1 starts. Black Fang rushes towards you. He throws a double punch in your direction. Jump up. There. He overshot you. You land behind him. Quickly, punch him in the back. You nailed him with a wicked elbow, taking off like 15% of his health. Yes! He spins around and comes back with a shadow claw attack. What do I do? Hold back and block to counter. You throw up your elbows just as he executes his combo. You skid backwards but take no damage. The final block knocks him off his balance. He could recover any second. Quickly, counter with a heavenly lift. Down, up, kick. Nice. He grabs you, mash punch to break free. Hit up, block, and kick before blade change. Block him! You got it. Down, forward, punch for his suspicion. Yes! Fuck him up. Nice. Ah! Whew. Yes! All right.
Perfect. Finish him.
All right, so eventually you will end up here
Yeah, you feel that?
with these water guns, and really you don't have to worry about winning this part. You just need to kind of get through it. So just spray her as much as possible. Eventually, once you're done with this,
Oh man!
Boosh.
okay, so this is the part that actually matters. You need to win best 2 out of 3 against her.
Ready?
So ultimately, really, you just kind of want to hide. It's really not that hard. She'll make a move and expose herself, kind of like that. As long as you don't give away your position. She'll head out in the open. All you got to do is hit her once, and that is 1 round win. Win 2 out of 3, and you'll get a trophy for your skills.
Let's go again.
All right. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Time to die.
And there you go.
Oh, shoot.
Okay, so we're on our way back to Joel. This is pretty much the final playable section of the game. And we have a couple of artifacts we need to grab. First off, before you move forward, that's where you have to go. Head into this room, as there will be an artifact right on the ground next to this dead soldier. All right, now eventually, after you escape some hunters, you'll head into this air vent. There's a blood path, essentially. Just follow along that, and you'll come to the final artifact. You don't have to listen to it. I'll play it just for a moment. But once you collect that, then you will get your trophy. Okay, here we are, our final objective. The last thing we need to do, this is the first time in the game you'll actually have hunters and infected in the same spot. What you need to do is you need to throw a brick or something over by these guys and have the infected kill them. But, you know, what I would recommend is that you save your game just in case this doesn't work. It may not work the first time.
God, there you are. What'd you find?
The place is swarming.
But if you throw, now the infected will run at them. It takes a while for one of them to die.
They hurt us.
But as soon as they get one, oh, that guy might get caught. Hold on. Oh, flank him. But yeah, this is why you save. And there you go. Apparently one got taken down. You get the achievement for the live bait. And that is it. Now all you have to do is just make it to the end of the DLC, and you can enjoy your Platinum Trophy. Thanks for watching. And that'll do it for this one. I hope you enjoyed this game as much as I did, and I hope this guide helped you on your journey to yet another Platinum Trophy. If you like this sort of content, or it assists you in any way, please consider subscribing, liking the video, and sharing it with your friends. Also, be sure to join our community Discord as well, discord.gg/PlatPursuit. I've been Hunted with Platinum Pursuit. Thank you so very much for watching, and I'll see you on our next adventure. Happy platting.